What's going on, everybody? Sean Pierce Johnson here with this week's edition of Stomp Box Saturday, and on the stomping block today is the Vertex Boost. Probably one of the coolest and most handy boost pedals that I've ever come across. The Vertex Boost, if I had to classify it as a certain type of effect, I'd classify it as a utility effect. It doesn't do much, but what it does very well, and it's almost essential to your setup. First, it starts with a boost circuit. Provides you with a full 16 dB of clean gain. And when I mean clean gain, I mean clean gain. It's pretty much your guitar, more of it, into the front end of your amplifier and out of your speaker cap. Pretty awesome. But what's really cool about the Vertex Boost is that it allows you to control your volume of your sound via an expression pedal. Now, you might remember the volume pedal shootout video I did a few weeks back, and we saw from that no matter what the brand and no matter what the type of volume pedal, you're going to suffer a little bit of tone loss. Well, the Vertex Boost pretty much takes that out of the equation by completely isolating the volume pedal or expression pedal from your signal chain. It allows you full control over the full frequency spectrum of that sound that you've worked so hard to get at. Now, before we jump into looking at different tones that you can use with the Vertex Boost, let's check out how much gain we actually have on tap with the Vertex Boost. Now, I said that there's 16 dB. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, Sean, 16 dB doesn't really mean anything to me. I don't understand the concept of dB. Believe me, I understand. It can be a hard concept to get at, but let's just hear how it sounds. Now, when you have the pedal set at 0 dB, you're pretty much just getting a clean, straight signal that you've put into the pedal. So here is my sound without the Vertex Boost. There you go. Now, by turning the pedal on 0 dB, we should get exactly the same result. Pretty much exactly the same thing. Now, for me, boost pedals really start to kick in around like 10 to 12 on the dial, and that's where I find that it has the first noticeable boosting of the signal. So, turning it back off. Now I've got the boost knob set to about 10, 11 o'clock. You can really start to feel it. You can start hearing the boost. You feel it a little bit more. There's a little bit more of your guitar coming out of the speakers. So now let's just turn it up to 12 o'clock. And this really kicks in where I start feeling the amp getting a little chimier, and that's not a result of the boost really coloring the tone. It's just you're starting to drive the front end of your amp a little harder. Kind of starts making an orange get a little voxy kind of vibe. Now turning it up to just about 1 o'clock on the dial, this is where we're going to start to get some breakup. I'm having to really adjust my playing to make sure that I don't clip my mic pre's on that one, but now we're really starting to get that boost. And now for the full 16 dB of boost on tap. That's a lot of gain, but all the better to be able to balance out different types of guitars. So let's check that out. Now, because the Vertex Boost has such clean gain and it's so transparent, one of the coolest uses I've found for it is being able to match gain levels and outputs of different types of pickups and different types of guitars. Now, you usually see me with a Les Paul in my hand, but I've got a ton of different guitars. I've got 7 strings, 6 strings, hollow bodies, Stratocasters, Telecasters, low output pickups, high output pickups, you name it. I try to keep a good arsenal on hand at all times. And what the Vertex Boost really helps with is if you're a guy like myself with a lot of different types of guitars that you like to use, it really helps to be able to match gain levels. You know, that one sound that you get with the Les Paul is really there, but it's just not quite doing it with the Stratocaster. Different types of pickups. So let's check that out. I'm gonna switch over to my dirty channel right now, and we're gonna check out how the Les Paul reacts to that dirty sound that I've already crafted, and then bring in the Stratocaster and see how we can use the Vertex Boost to get that sound back. Now, let's bring in the Strat. Okay, the blue Stratocaster is in line, and now using that same sound that I just played through, let's check out where our gain staging is at. It's not bad, I like it. It definitely retains the Stratocaster quality, but maybe we just want to bump it up a little bit more, give it just a little bit more girth. That's where the Vertex Boost is going to come in handy. I find that for me and my guitars, the Stratocaster really starts to match up well with the Les Paul around the time that you start to really perceive the boost kick in. So I've got it just under 12 o'clock on the dial. And this is what we get. One of the hallmark points of the Vertex Boost is that you are able to control the volume of your signal without any tonal degradation whatsoever. And it does this by letting you use an expression pedal or a volume pedal used in an expression pedal to control the volume. Now what I'm going to show you right now is my sound guitar plugged straight into the front end of the amplifier, and then we'll check out the sound with my guitar plugged in through the pedal and the volume controlled by the expression pedal on the floor. So here's my clean and dirty guitar sounds. Okay, now I've got my guitar plugged back into the pedal, and now we're going to use the volume pedal as an expression pedal on the floor to control my overall volume, and this is the sound that we get. You guys, but that sounds pretty dead on to the guitar plugged straight into the amplifier, and I just love that. You know, the only volume pedal I have is this Ernie Ball volume pedal, and although I love it, I love the feel of it, and I've been using it for years, in my time I have noticed that it does degrade my tone slightly. It kind of rolls off some of those highs that I really wish were there. But with a Vertex Boost, I can completely take it out of the signal path, and I get my guitar sound. I love it. Well, there you have it, everybody. There is your look at the Vertex Effects Boost and Volume EXP. Definitely a cool utility effect that almost makes it seem like this should be an essential. Everybody should have one. Whether you're a rock guitar player, a jazz guitar player, heck, I could even see bassists really getting some use out of this. Anybody that likes to use a volume pedal, you should definitely take a look at this thing. I'm really happy that I got the chance to check it out. I want to say thanks to Mason at Vertex for sending one my way, and I'll see you guys next week for next week's edition of Stomp Box Saturday. And until then, happy stomping. Cheers.